Are you building or renovating and thinking about using natural stone? Well, this is the video for you. I'm here at Fine Stone, and today we're going to be talking all about natural stone, different types of stone, the fabrication and purchase process, and how to maintain your stone for longevity. Stick around. So Georgia, to start with, can you tell us a little bit about Fine Stone and what you specialise in?
Fine Stone has been in the Australian industry for over 20 years now, and we really specialise in bringing really exotic and unique quality natural stone from all around the world. We hand select all of our slabs.
When people first start looking at natural stone, what are some things that they should consider?
So it's really important to consider your lifestyle. Generally, most people come in and they say, this is the look that we're going for and this is what we want to achieve, and then they consider the type of stone after the fact. But quite often the type of stone very much determines the colouring that you can get. When people come in, I will ask them, look, what is your lifestyle? What is this for? Is it for a kitchen? Is it a busy household? Do you have 3 kids and grandkids? Or is it just an empty nester? It's really important to work out your needs and wants.
So if I've never bought natural stone before, what is my very first step?
So the first step is to understand the different types of stone. It's very easy to get swept up in the look, but generally Pinterest and Instagram isn't 100% the truth, and you don't see how the stone performs over time.
There are so many different stone options: granites, marble, quartzite, travertine. Can you explain some of the key differences between the stone types and when you might use one stone type over another?
So the main difference between the different types of stone is how porous they are and how soft they are. Generally, stones like your marbles, travertines, onyx are very soft stone. Anything acidic, lemon juice, beetroot, coffee will soak into the stone and it will stain, etch, scratch very easily. Then as you go into your tougher stones, so dolomite, which roughly sits a little bit higher than a marble, but not as hard as a granite, that is an excellent sort of in-between option because it is more durable, and you can get some more marble-looking dolomites. Then as you head into the most durable stones, your granites and your quartzites. So these generally are the most recommended for high traffic areas, so commercial spaces, as well as just for people who want a lower maintenance stone.
So once somebody's chosen their stone, there's a couple of different finish options: polished, matte, honed. Can you talk us through a few of the different options and when you might choose one over the other?
We have 3 different finishes that we offer: polished, honed, and a leather finish. We are standing in front of the beautiful leather finish avocado here.
And it's very, very beautiful.
Picking the different finishes is purely personal preference. They all will perform the same. It's just about how easily you'll see it and how picky you are about the finish. You want it to feel natural. And so the leather finish is excellent for that. Our most popular finish is the honed or matte finish. So that is just a flat matte finish. Doesn't have any texture to it, but that also means that it doesn't have as much reflection. Polish finish as well is quite popular, especially in our granites. So it does have that high reflective finish to it. You can refinish a polish and turn it honed, or vice versa.
How do you go about actually knowing how much stone's going to cost and where the fabrication process sort of falls into that? Because it's a little bit decoupled, isn't it?
When you visit our showroom, you will see that all of our slabs do have indicative square meter pricing on it. And this really helps our clients understand the pricing, understand why it is priced at that point, and tailor towards actually what works within their budget. It's always the saddest thing when people come in and they have this vision in mind, and then it's either well out of their budget, it doesn't suit their project, or it just doesn't suit their lifestyle. When it comes to working on final pricing, looking at install and cutting cost, it is really important to work with your stonemason. So they will provide a costing based on the slab price, the cutting price, and the install price. So you can look at it as a whole package. It can be quite overwhelming when you break that down, looking at the slab price, then how much it'll be to install it. So definitely engaging a stonemason early and understanding the price as a whole sort of vision is really important, and definitely something we recommend.
Let's talk about some of the joys of natural stone and why somebody might choose a natural product.
So the main point of why we recommend people at least consider natural stone for their project is that every single slab is different. Even within the same block, even from the exact same quarry, even if 2 blocks were right next to each other in the quarry, they will look and have the potential to look totally different. And it truly is an art studio when you walk into our showroom. You're picking a piece of art for your home, and it's something that won't be seen anywhere else.
How important is it that people come and actually look at the slabs when they're getting to the pointy end of their project?
So generally we recommend people to come in to do their initial sort of narrow down a couple of colors that they like as early as possible in their project. So especially when they have engaged an interior designer like yourself and you're working through the process, narrowing down a couple of slabs or colors that work within the color scheme that you've selected is really important, because it does sort of give you a little idea of the direction you're heading in, but it's a little bit too early to make that final selection. So the way both of our showrooms are laid out is that you're actually looking at slabs you can purchase. You're not looking at an indicative piece and then you have to go to another facility. Everything is set up so that you're actually looking at the exact stone that you will pick, so that you can work your cabinetry, your tapware, everything around the specific piece you're going to purchase.
One of the things I really love about natural stone is because of the organic variance in it. If we are dealing with a space where we have warm and cool tones and different hues flowing through, you can often use the stone to soften and to really draw everything together. So we've got to the pointy end of the stick, we've chosen our slab. Can you tell me some fun and interesting things that we can do with our natural stone?
So all of our stones actually come pre-book matched. So what that means is that if you have over a slab size, say a 5-meter island, you can actually have your slabs book matched or butterfly wings, so that the veining is continued across your slab. So that is an excellent way to add some drama, especially with some really intricately veined stones. Some other fun things that you can do is actually backlighting your stone. So a handful of our colors can actually be backlit, purely because they are a little bit more opaque than certain stones. So things like Patagonias, your onyx, and a couple of quartzites such as your Cristallo can actually be nearly entirely backlit. So it is a really cool party trick if you have people over to turn off all the lights and your island can be entirely backlit.
Have you got a favorite stone that you're really loving at the moment, or you're seeing that a lot of people are loving in the showroom?
So my favorite stone changes every single week, but one that has been the most popular for the most amount of weeks is definitely our Autumn Beauty quartzite. So that is a really beautiful, rich textural quartzite that is actually in a leather finish. So not only does it have that impact when it's installed, because it has every color imaginable, but it also has that natural texture that then draws you to touch the stone.
Let's say you had some offcuts from your slab with your stonemason. Have you seen some interesting applications or ways that people have used leftover pieces of stone from their slab?
We always recommend to people, especially with marbles or stones where we recommend a cutting board under them when you're using them, is to use the offcuts to make cutting boards, coasters, table runners, even bedside tables. You can redo the top and it ties your whole home together, as well as not wasting a beautiful natural resource.
A massive thank you to Georgia and the Fine Stone team for sharing their knowledge with me today. If you're thinking of using natural stone on your next project, or just love the look and feel as much as I do, be sure to come and have a look in person at the slabs, either in their Rockley showroom in Brisbane or down the Gold Coast. And as always, if you're looking for interior design help for kitchen, bathroom, laundry, or your whole home, you know where to reach me.